Hi guys, so I'm sitting here doing my work. It's absolutely freezing in here. You can see my laundry hanging up there all night long, waking up, being woken up like almost like a heat gun pointed at me from the floor again. Um, but the apartment's freezing. But then I go out in the hallway here and it's toasty warm. So, so other people have heat in the building. It's toasty warm out here throughout the entire hallway here. So we're willing to have heat in the hallway and upstairs here, but I can't have heat in my apartment. This doesn't make sense because as I leave the door open here, there's heat pouring through into the apartment because it's warm out there. So how do you prove that you don't have heat? Well, these are the games that are being played. So I have, hot water once in a while, and I could have the door open and I'll probably have heat from the hallway. So this is what's going on here while the landlord continues to insist. Now he's got a thermostat, so it kicks on and it goes to a base level. But legally, your apartment is supposed to be 68 degrees. I'm sure it's about 70, 72 out in the hallway. And of course, you're going to get some accumulation of heat, as it throughout the building. But I can't imagine that everybody here doesn't have heat because there's a child that supposedly now lives underneath me. Because I asked him about that situation when I was the verbal abuse from the other night about a party. And I mentioned about having heat, and I said, there's a child downstairs. He goes, yes, one in the back. So there's a child that lives downstairs, and so nobody has heat in the building because I can go out in the hallway, and it's probably about 72 degrees out there. It's got to be it's probably 62 in here, maybe even 60. So it's been pretty cold. But then all night long, it'll be these spots on the floor that you feel like you're being blasted with some sort of heat gun. So maybe some of the maintenance guys that posted before can let me know how that works, because we're going to get to the bottom of that. Because supposedly he says now there's a kitchen underneath me. But, I have a kitchen too here. Most people have a kitchen and you don't burn the ceiling. And I don't see how that would do that. So we need to get to the bottom of why you'll be sitting on the floor or laying on the floor. And this happens every 2 to 3 hours throughout the night. I wake up soaking wet, nauseous. And then I go into the bathroom here and there's these horrible smells that I just want to throw up and vomit. And they all think it's funny to go by my door and pretend they're vomiting. So I'm going to continue to document what's going on here because supposedly he said he put in a thermos the other day, which was why he was here. I thought he said he was buying the blower, a part for the blower, because at times, the vent here has a little, it has a little warmth, but it's not heating the room. And why I'm bringing this up is because this happened at this on Green Street, because the landlord can say, oh, it's really warm by the vent. Well, if you don't have it blowing into the room, it's not going to be warm. The vent could be a little bit warm, but it's not being put into the room. Maybe one of my followers there, or somebody that posted about the situation in the bathroom can, let us know about how this works with the heating, because, you're told a lot of these things and then it seems ridiculous. Just, it doesn't add up, especially because there's so much heat now coming in from the hallway. Be safe, guys.